Have you ever felt like you're running in circles, chasing after happiness, only to find it slipping further away? Life in today's fast-paced world can feel overwhelming. Deadlines, endless notifications, and societal pressures push us to achieve more, do more, and be more. Yet, in the process, we often lose sight of what truly matters, the experience of living fully and authentically in the present moment. Zen Buddhism offers an antidote to this endless chase. Rooted in simplicity and mindfulness, Zen teaches us to stop forcing life and start flowing with it. It invites us to embrace each moment as it is, without judgment or resistance, and to find peace in the here and now. Let me share a story that embodies this principle. There was once a farmer whose horse ran away. His neighbors exclaimed, "What bad luck!" But the farmer simply replied, "Maybe." The next day, the horse returned, bringing with it 3 wild horses. The neighbors celebrated. "What good fortune!" Again, the farmer said, "Maybe." Later, the farmer's son tried to ride one of the wild horses, fell, and broke his leg. "How unfortunate," the neighbors said. The farmer calmly responded, "Maybe." Soon after, soldiers came to draft young men for war, but left the farmer's son because of his injury. The neighbors marveled, "What a blessing!" And still, the farmer replied, "Maybe." This story captures the essence of Zen. Life is unpredictable, and trying to label events as good or bad often misses the bigger picture. By letting go of judgments and expectations, we can learn to navigate life with grace and acceptance. In this podcast, we'll explore practical ways to apply Zen principles to everyday life. Together, we'll uncover how to embrace impermanence and find beauty in change, or practice mindfulness to fully engage with the present moment, let go of attachments and reduce the ego's influence, and discover joy in life's simplest moments. Each section will provide insights and actionable steps to help you move from merely surviving to truly thriving. Whether you're feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or simply curious about a different way of living, this journey into Zen wisdom will offer guidance and inspiration. Take a deep breath, let go of the noise around you, and join me as we explore how to live a life of greater peace, clarity, and joy. Let's begin. Part 1. Understanding impermanence and living in the present. What if the only constant in life was change? How would it transform the way you live? Impermanence is one of the most profound teachings in Zen Buddhism, known as anicca in Pali. It is the recognition that everything, our experiences, relationships, and even our emotions, is in a state of constant flux. While this truth can initially seem unsettling, it holds the key to unlocking a more peaceful and fulfilling life. Let me ask you this. How often do we resist change? Clinging to what's familiar? We hold on to the past, fearing its loss, or anxiously try to control the future. This resistance creates tension and suffering, keeping us from fully experiencing the beauty of the present moment. Embracing the nature of impermanence. 1. Recognizing change as a teacher. Think of a tree in autumn. Its leaves turn brilliant shades of red and gold before falling to the ground. This cycle of growth, transformation, and letting go is a natural part of life. By observing nature, we see that change is not an enemy. It's a necessary part of growth. When we accept this truth, we can approach life's transitions with curiosity rather than fear. Each ending becomes a beginning, and each challenge an opportunity to learn. 2. Releasing the need for control. Many of us expend tremendous energy trying to control outcomes. We plan meticulously, fearing the unknown, but in doing so, we forget that uncertainty is where life's magic often lies. The next time you face an unexpected change, instead of resisting, pause and ask yourself, what can this moment teach me? By shifting your perspective, you'll find new opportunities hidden within uncertainty. 3. Cherishing fleeting moments. Impermanence reminds us to savor the present. Moments become precious precisely because they are fleeting. Whether it's a shared laugh with a loved one or the beauty of a sunset, these experiences gain meaning when we realize they won't last forever. Start by noticing the small, beautiful details of your day. The sound of birdsong, the warmth of sunlight, or the taste of your favorite meal. These moments are gifts. Embrace them. Living fully in the present. Zen teaches us that the present moment is all we truly have. Dwelling on the past or worrying about the future robs us of this reality. But how do we stay present in a world full of distractions? 1. Practice daily mindfulness. Bring your attention to whatever you're doing, whether it's drinking tea, walking, or working. Notice the sensations, sights, and sounds around you. When your mind wanders, gently bring it back to the task at hand. 2. Let go of judgment. Not every moment will be perfect. Some will be challenging, others mundane. Instead of labeling them as good or bad, practice accepting them as they are. This mindset reduces stress and helps you approach life with greater ease. 3. Reflect on what matters. Take a moment each evening to reflect. What brought me joy today? What did I learn? These reflections help anchor you in the present and cultivate gratitude for life's simple pleasures. The gift of acceptance. When we embrace impermanence, we stop clinging to what was and fearing what might be. Instead, we open ourselves to the flow of life, experiencing it as it unfolds. As Zen wisdom teaches, let go, and you will find peace. So, the next time you encounter change, instead of resisting it, lean in. Let it teach you, shape you, and guide you toward growth. By doing so, you'll discover the profound beauty of impermanence and the richness of living fully in the present. Part 2. Mindfulness and the Power of Silence. In a world filled with constant noise and distraction, how often do we truly listen to ourselves, to others, or to the quiet wisdom of stillness? Mindfulness is the cornerstone of Zen practice. It invites us to be fully present in every moment, whether mundane or extraordinary. When paired with the transformative power of silence, mindfulness becomes a gateway to clarity, calm, and profound understanding. In today's fast-paced culture, our attention is divided among countless demands, notifications, deadlines, and endless streams of information keep us constantly occupied. Mindfulness and silence offer an antidote to this chaos, allowing us to return to a place of stillness where we can reconnect with ourselves and the world around us. Practicing mindfulness in everyday life. 1. Begin your day with intention. Rather than rushing into your morning, take a moment to breathe deeply and set an intention for the day. This could be as simple as, I will approach today with patience and presence. This practice anchors your mind and prepares you to move through the day mindfully. 2. Fully engage in simple tasks. Zen teaches that every activity, no matter how small, can be a form of meditation. When washing dishes, feel the water and the texture of the plates. When walking, notice the sensation of your feet touching the ground. These practices transform ordinary tasks into moments of connection. 3. Mindful pauses throughout the day. Pause regularly to check in with yourself. Take 3 deep breaths before switching tasks or answering a call. These small moments of mindfulness can ground you, helping you approach the day with greater clarity. 4. Embrace challenges with curiosity. When faced with stress or discomfort, don't react impulsively. Instead, observe your thoughts and emotions as they arise. Ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Why might I be feeling this way? This self-awareness allows you to respond thoughtfully rather than react reflexively. The transformative power of silence. Silence is more than the absence of noise. It is a profound presence. It's in silence that we can hear the subtler truths of our lives. In Zen, silence is not empty. It is full of potential, insight, and connection. 1. Silence as a mental reset. In the constant noise of modern life, silence gives our minds a chance to rest and recharge. Like clearing clutter from a room, silence clears mental noise, making space for creativity and fresh perspectives. 2. Enhanced listening. Silence teaches us to listen, not just with our ears, but with our entire being. It fosters deeper understanding, whether we're listening to others, to nature, or to ourselves. 3. Deepening relationships. Shared silence can strengthen connections in ways words cannot. Sitting quietly with a loved one, walking together without speaking, or simply being present creates a bond that transcends conversation. 4. Accessing intuition. When we quiet external noise, our inner voice becomes clearer. Answers to challenges, creative ideas, and deep truths often emerge when we allow ourselves the space to listen inwardly. Incorporating mindfulness and silence into your life. Start small. Dedicate 5 minutes a day to sitting silently, focusing on your breath. Gradually extend this time as you become more comfortable with stillness. Spend a few moments in nature without your phone, simply observing the world around you. Create space. Reduce unnecessary noise in your environment. Turn off notifications or spend an hour without technology each day. Seek out physical spaces that encourage quiet reflection, such as parks or meditation rooms. Reflect regularly. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to reflect in silence. Ask yourself, what did I notice today? What am I grateful for? These reflections deepen your mindfulness practice. Mindfulness and silence as companions. Mindfulness teaches us to be fully present in the moment, while silence amplifies that presence. Together, they offer a sanctuary from life's chaos and an opportunity to connect with the essence of who we are. As Zen wisdom reminds us, in silence, everything is revealed. So, the next time the world feels overwhelming, pause, breathe, embrace the silence. Within it, you may find not just peace, but the wisdom and clarity you've been seeking. Part 3. The Art of Letting Go and Reducing Ego. What if the key to a freer, lighter life isn't in holding on tighter, but in learning to let go? Zen Buddhism teaches us that much of our suffering comes from attachment, our need to cling to outcomes, possessions, and even our own identities. This attachment creates tension between what we desire and the reality of life's impermanence. Letting go, however, is an act of liberation. It allows us to release control, expectations, and the illusions of the ego, opening ourselves to peace, growth, and deeper connections. Letting go of attachments. Life often feels like a balancing act of wanting to achieve, hold on, or prevent loss. Yet, the tighter we cling, the more we struggle. Zen reminds us that true freedom comes from loosening our grip and flowing with life's natural rhythm. 1. Releasing the need for control. The illusion of control can be exhausting. We often try to micromanage our circumstances, but life is inherently unpredictable. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means trusting that some outcomes are beyond our control. For example, when a plan changes unexpectedly, instead of reacting with frustration, pause and ask yourself, what new opportunities does this present? Let life surprise you. 2. Letting go of emotional baggage. We often carry the weight of past regrets, failures, and unresolved emotions. This baggage not only drains us, but also prevents us from fully experiencing the present. Reflect on what you're holding onto that no longer serves you. Thank it for the lessons it taught, and release it with compassion. 3. Detaching from material possessions. Attachment to material things can create unnecessary stress and dissatisfaction. Simplifying your life and valuing experiences over possessions can lead to greater fulfillment. Remember, it's not about what you own but how you live. 4. Redefining success. Letting go also means reassessing what success means to you. Instead of measuring success by societal standards, focus on aligning your life with your values and inner peace. Reducing the ego. The ego often acts as a barrier between us and others, creating a sense of separation. It thrives on comparison, competition, and the need to prove ourselves. While the ego is part of being human, allowing it to dominate leads to conflict, isolation, and unnecessary suffering. Reducing its influence allows us to foster connection, compassion, and humility. 1. Cultivating humility. Humility doesn't mean undervaluing yourself. It means recognizing the equal worth of everyone. Approach interactions with curiosity and respect, understanding that others' perspectives are as valid as your own. 2. Shifting from I to we. Instead of focusing solely on personal gain, consider the impact of your actions on those around you. This shift nurtures empathy and strengthens relationships. 3. Practicing self-awareness. Meditation and mindfulness help us observe the ego in action. Notice thoughts driven by pride, fear, or insecurity. Recognize that these are not your true self, but simply patterns of the mind. 4. Embracing vulnerability. The ego resists vulnerability, but true connection comes from openness. Admitting mistakes, asking for help, or expressing feelings are acts of courage that deepen relationships. The freedom of letting go and ego balance. When we let go of attachments, we free ourselves from the burden of unmet expectations. Life becomes lighter, more flexible, and filled with opportunities for joy and growth. Similarly, reducing the ego allows us to build bridges instead of walls, fostering mutual understanding and connection. Zen wisdom teaches us that letting go and reducing ego are not acts of loss but acts of gain. Gain in freedom, peace, and authenticity. Together, they guide us toward living more harmoniously with ourselves and the world. A mantra for letting go. Whenever you feel resistance or attachment, repeat this to yourself. I release what no longer serves me. I embrace what connects me to the present and to others. By practicing this, you open yourself to the beauty of life's flow and the strength of genuine connections. Letting go is not a weakness. It's the ultimate act of empowerment. Part 4. Finding joy in simple things. What if happiness wasn't something to chase, but something you could find in the small, quiet moments of your day? Zen Buddhism reminds us that true joy is not found in grand achievements or material possessions, but in the simplicity of everyday life. It invites us to slow down, notice the little things, and cherish the beauty and peace that already surround us. By focusing on life's small pleasures, we can free ourselves from the relentless pursuit of more and reconnect with what truly matters. The benefits of embracing simplicity. 1. Gratitude for the everyday. When we pause to notice the small joys of life, we cultivate a sense of gratitude. The warmth of sunlight, the sound of birdsong, or the taste of your favorite meal can become sources of genuine happiness. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have, fostering contentment. 2. Freedom from comparison. Modern culture often pressures us to measure our worth by comparing ourselves to others. By finding joy in simple things, we break free from this cycle. We stop striving for more and start appreciating what we already have. 3. Connection to the present moment. Simplicity anchors us in the here and now. It reminds us to slow down, breathe, and fully experience each moment. This connection to the present reduces stress and helps us find peace amidst life's chaos. 4. A path to sustainability. By cherishing simplicity, we naturally adopt a more sustainable lifestyle. Consuming less and focusing on experiences over possessions not only benefits our mental well-being, but also the planet. How to find joy in simple things. 1. Savor ordinary moments. Everyday activities can become opportunities for mindfulness and joy. When drinking your morning coffee, notice its aroma and warmth. When walking, pay attention to the feeling of your feet on the ground. These small acts of presence can transform your routine into moments of wonder. 2. Practice daily gratitude. At the end of each day, write down 3 simple things that brought you happiness: a kind word, the beauty of a sunset, or a moment of stillness. This practice trains your mind to focus on the positive aspects of life. 3. Declutter your space and mind. Simplifying your environment can help clear mental clutter as well. Let go of possessions you no longer need and commitments that drain your energy. A minimalist approach creates space for what truly matters. 4. Connect with nature. Spending time outdoors fosters a deep appreciation for life's simplicity. The rustle of leaves, the smell of rain, or the sight of a blooming flower can ground us and bring immense peace. 5. Value quality over quantity. Whether it's relationships, possessions, or experiences, focus on depth rather than abundance. A meaningful conversation with a loved one or a well-crafted meal can bring more joy than countless superficial interactions or indulgences. The profound power of simplicity. Finding joy in simplicity isn't about giving up on ambition or settling for less. It's about realizing how much beauty and happiness already exist in your life. As Zen wisdom teaches, the ordinary is extraordinary when viewed with a mindful heart. By slowing down and appreciating the little things, you may find that the happiness you've been searching for has been with you all along. So, the next time life feels overwhelming, pause and ask yourself, what small wonders have I overlooked today? In those moments, you'll rediscover the joy of simply being. Part 5. Conclusion and Final Advice. As we draw this journey to a close, let's pause to reflect on the wisdom we've explored together. Zen Buddhism offers us a profound yet practical way to approach life. It teaches us that peace, joy, and fulfillment are not found in chasing, clinging, or controlling, but in letting go, being present, and embracing simplicity. These timeless principles remind us that life doesn't have to be a struggle, it can be a flow. Key lessons from Zen wisdom. 1. Impermanence as a source of freedom. Change is inevitable, but instead of fearing it, we can embrace it. Recognizing impermanence allows us to cherish each moment and approach life with greater flexibility and resilience. 2. Mindfulness and silence. By practicing mindfulness, we learn to be fully present in the here and now. Silence amplifies this presence, offering clarity, peace, and the space to connect with our true selves. 3. Letting go and reducing ego. When we release attachments and the need for control, life becomes lighter. By reducing the ego's dominance, we strengthen our connections with others and foster greater compassion and humility. 4. Finding joy in simplicity. True happiness is not found in material possessions or achievements, but in the small, everyday moments. By focusing on what truly matters, we discover joy and gratitude in the life we're already living. A final reflection. Zen wisdom is not about escaping life's challenges, but facing them with grace. It's about aligning with the natural flow of existence rather than fighting against it. Imagine yourself as a leaf floating down a stream. You don't control the current, but you can choose to flow with it, embracing its twists and turns. As you move forward, carry these simple practices with you. A pause and breathe. When life feels overwhelming, take a moment to reconnect with the present. Accept what is. Let go of the need to control outcomes and trust the process of life. Celebrate the small moments. Happiness is often found in the quiet, unassuming details of everyday life. A final word of encouragement. Zen teaches us that the answers we seek are not found in the external world, but within ourselves. Every step we take, every breath we draw, is an opportunity to live more fully, more mindfully, and more authentically. The path to peace begins with a single step, the decision to live with intention and awareness. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of Zen wisdom. May you carry these teachings with you, finding beauty in impermanence, joy in simplicity, and peace in every moment. Remember, life doesn't have to be forced. It's meant to be lived naturally, effortlessly, and beautifully. Until next time, take care, stay present, and live mindfully.